Good morning and welcome to the Tommy Watson Show, brought to you by Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers. I'm your host, Doug Dershimer, and we're coming to you again from the Sports Lab at Lambert High School, where in just a moment we'll review Friday night's highlights of Lambert's victory over the Meadowcreek Mustangs 38-7 in Gwinnett County. But first, we're going to welcome Coach Watson to the show. Coach Watson, welcome. Congratulations on the victory and a 3-0 start.
Good morning. Thank you for that, and I'm glad to be here. Looking forward to the show, and man, what a time to be a Longhorn for sure.
Great atmosphere last night. Very interesting field. Had great fan support, great band support. Cheerleaders were awesome. They were in the stands last night, something new for them. But really, the Longhorns showed out pretty well last night. Yeah,
one Lambert, man. Everybody was there, and it was we had a good turnout, had a good game, and just fortunate to be here for sure.
Phenomenal. Well, when we come back, we'll take a look at the first half highlights. This is the Tommy Watson Show, brought to you by Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers.
There you go! That's what I'm talking about! Who ready? We ready! Who ready? We ready! We ready! We ready! Man, y'all know it!
Welcome back to the Tommy Watson Show. And, Coach, that first half last night started a little bit wacky.
Yeah, it wasn't the start we wanted for sure, but, we get into this film and look at it, man. But, man, I don't mind seeing a little adversity here and there and being on the road and in a different place. And, just it's okay to me when things don't go bad. I like to see how our football team responds. And, as we get into watching this game, the opening drive on offense wasn't what we wanted, but, man, did we answer the call.
We did, Coach, on the fourth play, adversity struck.
It did. And so we'll get into the highlights here. And Rouse gained big offensive lines, blocking. Harrison's running hard, just, doing what we're doing. Come out this week, and we wanted to play in a little four wides, play more four wide than we've been putting on film, and, get those guys involved, the wideouts involved, and just so that, when we played throughout the next several weeks, just so teams had to prepare for all different types of looks. And
Coach, we picked up a quick first down there, I think after 3 plays or 2 plays.
Yeah, Big Harry running good, offensive line, James putting us in the right sets, just running our offense, Here we come out and throw a little swing pass to Harrison. Have a little penalty on the play, wasn't quite set it wide out, so – our offense, one thing that we've been identifying is when we're struggling on offense, we are starting longer than 1st and 10. And that's a problem that keeps showing up over and over and over. And here's a play that, just a little simple. We wasn't quite set here or there. And now instead of it being 2nd and 7, it's 1st and 15.
Which is behind the chains for sure early.
For sure. And then here we first one of the year, I think we throw a little pick right here. The ball kind of bounces off of Coach O's hands, and that kid makes a great play, and they return it all the way back for a touchdown, which, I'm on the sideline already a little worried about being on the road and playing a different environment and things like that. And, man, we go down 7-0, and our defense ain't hit the field yet. And I'm like, man, come on, what else can happen, And
Coach, it only took 16 seconds to turn that adversity around.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. The first kickoff, I actually think they was trying to kick it to Coach O too, and I was like, holy smokes, they really going to kick it to him. And then after they got the pick six, they come out and kick it to him again, except it don't go in the end zone, and it makes him pay, the whole all 11, I know Coach O gets all the credit for it, man, but the other 10 people did a phenomenal job blocking. And to my knowledge, this may tie the school record for longest kickoff return in Lambert history, which was done by a young man named Jeremy Johnson.
Fantastic young man, great athlete.
You know, and speaking of Jeremy, you know, last year during the pandemic, when we was doing all the Zoom meetings last March and April and all the Google Meets with the players, you know, I got guest speakers to come in and speak to our football team via the Google Meets and Zoom meetings, and Jeremy was a guy that come in and gave us a character talk, just talking about his experience playing football at Lambert and his baseball career. And, man, never met him personally. I want to meet him one day, but, man, he sounded like a phenomenal young man. I would have loved to coach him, but I want to meet him one day. So, he, you know, Coach O tied his record last night.
He did,
sure.
yeah. And Jeremy set that record against Roswell in 2014. And, Coach, we were down in the end zone there. And Coach Ferreras, the second Coach O caught that ball, he said, he's got an opening. And, man, he hit that thing and went 98 yards.
Yeah, that's good to see, man. And that's a sign of a good football team. If something bad happens, they turn right around and answer it. And I was proud to see that. We coach our defense that if we turn the ball over, it's another chance to go play defense. And we coach our offense that if we give up a field goal or a touchdown, a good football team goes and answers that with a score of their own. So, man, what a great job of responding by the Longhorns for sure.
And we answered with 9:46 to play in the first quarter. It's 7-7.
Yes, and then we finally get our defense out on the field. And, man, I'm telling you right now, the first half, our defense was playing with bad intentions. They were physical. They were flying around, and it wasn't fun to be in a gray uniform going against our defense last night. The guys played hard as they usually do, and they were just fitting, man, just swarming to the ball, getting after it. 2nd and 10 here, second time we get the ball to try to run a little jet sweep. Just nowhere to run.
No.
Pursuit. I mean, you can look on this play when the ball gets finally tackled, there's 11 hats that if you had a fish net, it's 11 black helmets, you could throw a fish net over all of them.
Coach, if I'm not mistaken, I believe through 3 games, the first team defense has given up 1 touchdown. We had a couple other touchdowns with the second team in there late against Lassiter last week, but they have been a steel wall so far.
They have so far. We just got to keep it up. Coach Hurd and the defensive staff is doing a phenomenal job putting them in the position to be successful, and obviously they've bought in and they like it, man.
Coach, they had a couple of pretty good athletes on the perimeter out there last night too.
Yeah, they did. They had some big, pretty wideouts for sure, man. That good players that got us in a couple jump ball situations. But you know, here we go out and make them go 3 and out first drive, and then we rough the kicker a little bit, which it happens. But you know, again, we huddled them up on the sideline. Hey, man, get your head up. There's another chance. Go hit them again. And kids went out and did a good job of stopping them. And here they are trying to throw it against Coach O, throwing a deep ball. That was pretty much their offense in a nutshell, just trying to throw it up.
They had a lot of 50-50 chances last night.
Yeah, for sure, and I get it. I mean, and we played some of them well. Some of them we didn't play well, but we'll get it corrected. But we was in position every time to make the play. There's old Levi on a tackle in the backfield, D-lines, and it's good defense for sure. For sure. Here they they have to hold them again. 3 and out again, and, man, what a play by the same young man right here is Bradley Gabriel.
Number 7.
That roughed the kicker the first time, man. Look at him. I mean, no flinching, man. I made a mistake, but I'm going to make up for it. And, I mean, he went and hit that kicker now.
Coach, this is the second game in a row. We've created fits for the opposing team's special teams.
Absolutely. We take pride in doing special teams, and we work them all throughout the week, and we work them hard, and we have goals for special teams just like we have them for offense and defense. And Coach Holly, who is one of my new guys that I hired this year, and he's our special teams coordinator. And, man, he's a phenomenal football coach, and he's doing a great job with special teams. So no doubt we causing problems with that. We win the special teams game about every week for sure.
Who got that fumble after Bradley's hit?
I hadn't really broke it down and studied who got it for sure, but they got it back, I think, but it was 4th down.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Right there, yes. So defense come out and played great. Great cut right here by Harrison. Just running the ball's designed to go all the way out to the sideline, but he sees an opening. Offensive line creates, and he just sticks his foot in the ground and runs hard, man. Oh, here we go. Great play by James. Good play by our big tight end, dragging across the middle. You know, that's
a big target there.
Yeah, man, he's a weapon for sure, and it's a good job overall. Great job out of James throwing on the run. It's one of James's strong suits, throwing the ball on the run. So that play's hard to stop here, man. It don't look like much, but when you can run the football like we run it, that play's hard to deal with for sure.
Coach, with 44 seconds in the quarter, we take a 14-7 lead.
We do. We come right back and, you know, get the ball. Defense goes out, plays great, gets us the ball right back, and here we come back and run the same little play, just a different design on 4th and 2, and find a big tight end once again. Good job out of James getting the ball in his hands, and good job out of everybody involved executing.
Coach, I think we had several fourth down conversions last night.
I think we had 3 or 4 for sure.
Yeah.
We take pride in that. Here's a little sophomore running back, Ethan Terry, getting in the game, running the trap game that we like to run, running hard, man. Offensive line is blocking their behinds off. Good-looking play for sure. You know, like we're trying to make it where the defense has to make a decision. You want to cover, put 2 and 3 people on Kojo, or you want to try to stop the run, and guys are doing well.
Coach, here's a fourth down conversion at the goal line.
Yeah, we didn't really execute this one to the best of our ability, but, you know, the little quarterback back there made it work out for us, made me look like a smart football coach.
He'll do that.
He has the ability to do that for sure. Ain't no doubt.
So, Coach, we take it in there, take a 21-7 lead with about 3.5 minutes left in the half.
Yeah, you know, great defense again. They get us. They start just throwing the ball up, jump ball on us right here. It's kind of something. I mean, I think that's T Moore. Yeah, that's T Money right there. Tommy Morris, man. I mean, just physicality. We know you're gonna catch some balls. We get it. But man, when you catch it, we trying to hit your butt.
It's pretty
See
obvious.
if you want to keep catching it. That's our goal. We're gonna give up some plays. We get it. But are you willing to keep doing it over and over and over? Good play right there by that young man they got. Bradley's in perfect position. Guys, just, you know, that kid's probably 6'3", 6'4". Bradley's probably 5'10". Just a jumping game, and they out-jumped us right there. But, you know, Bradley will get it fixed, no doubt. Bradley will start playing through his hands. Good little play out of them. They called us in a little blitz package right here. Hit us on a little screen. We got people in position. We just don't make the play. Got to get that corrected. We practice tackling every day, and we didn't wasn't very good football play for the Longhorns right there. But nevertheless, they had a penalty. We got them brought back a little bit, and we ended up getting them stopped, I think, right before that.
Coach, right before halftime, we had a really phenomenal stand down there on defense and kept them out of the end zone or kept them from a field goal.
That's right. And proud of our kids, man. They played their butts off. They play hard. They work hard. They do everything I ask them to do. Just couldn't be more fortunate. What a great situation I'm in right here at Lambert High School. That'll pretty much carry us to the end of the first half. So if you want to take a little break here, we can come back and look at the second half.
We'll take a break. The Longhorns up 21-3 at halftime. You're watching the Tommy Watson Show. Welcome back to the Tommy Watson Show, and we'll now turn our attention to the second half highlights. Coach Watson?
Yeah, so we went up at halftime, made a few adjustments, primarily on defense. Offensively, we finally had figured out what we really wanted to do. Made a couple adjustments to try to cover that big, tall wide out they had, and it worked out pretty good. You know, they hit us on a couple more little plays in the second half, but it wasn't nearly bad. But, man, what a way to start the second half.
Yep.
Old Bradley Gabriel right here, man. We talk about it all the time. One lick could change the game. All living creatures respect pain. And that's just what we take pride in hitting, man. That's something that I've brought with me that I learned from Randy McPherson, who's going to be a Hall of Famer in 2 states, that practice physical, play physical. And, man, our kids love it. Ain't no doubt about it. And just great defense overall, man. And we missed the tackle there, but, man, they are trying to get to the quarterback with bad intentions. So, come out, you know, again, they throw a jump ball here, and good job out to wide out making an adjustment. But we'll get that work. Bradley's in perfect position. Just got to play the ball in there. He'll get it fixed. Ain't a doubt in my mind. Swarming. Our defense was not going to let them suckers score. I mean, the kids on the sideline, when we started making some subs, getting some of the younger guys in the game, they were, Coach, leave us in the secondary. We don't want them to score on our defense. And I take pride in that now. What a punt right here by Ryan Degansky. I'm not sure how far it was. I hadn't got the stats yet. But, my goodness, he boomed that sucker. Flipping field position.
Flipped the field, sure did.
We say it every week, man. He's a weapon. There ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. So, they did a good job right after halftime of stopping us on offense. They did a little something different. It took a second to figure it out. But back on defense, old big Elijah Howell.
77. What a night he had, Coach.
Can't say enough about him, man. He's a big D lineman that plays O lineman. You know, he plays, you know, probably as many reps as anybody we got. Goes both ways, man. Don't say a word. What an outstanding kid. That he's big, he's physical, he's a 4.0 student. He's going to be a college football player.
Coach, I believe he had a sack on the prior series as well. But
he did.
Yep.
He did. He played really well on defense last night, and I'm glad he's on our team. I wouldn't want to have to try to block him every other play. I can tell you that. A good job out of him in the defense. Back on offense, and got James running a little quarterback RPO game, and great read out of him. He's reading the defensive end right there, and the defensive end takes the running back. You see him widen out, and James pulls it, and the offensive line's done a good job blocking, and up the middle he goes. Great job. You know, we've kind of hadn't run our quarterbacks a whole lot, or hadn't ran James a whole lot up to this point, but it's getting to that time of the year where we fixing to have to start running our quarterback, which is, I really love that. It puts stress on the defense, but good job. And, you know, here's the thing about James, man.
Here we go again. There he goes.
He's like Houdini. You know what I mean? A little sucker dropping back to pass, get a little pressure on the outside, and he's checking out on him, man. And this is what I love. Ain't no running out of bounds.
Nope.
Don't run out of bounds. At Lambert, we trying to run the score. This sucker gets it done, man. But very impressive play.
Coach, that's non-coachable.
Oh, there's no doubt. He makes me look like a good football coach. Yeah, and again, great play right here out of Kojo and James and Dolph. You know, good job out of O-line blocking, but
another fourth down play.
Fourth down, you know, we didn't want to punt to Ryan would have kicked it out there on that road. I don't know the name of that road, but he would have kicked it out on that road if we'd have let him kick it. But we're running a little curl wheel concept here, and just the savviness of Kojo knows that he covers it and just sets it down. You know, Kojo's supposed to be running a wheel route to the end zone and realize that he's covered up, so he just stops and catches the ball. So good savvy out of those two guys. And I got a little Cam Bland in the game. We talked a little bit about Cam last year. Man, he's going to be a phenomenal running back for the Lambert.
They're freshmen, right, Coach?
Freshman, yes. So number 30, you know, I'm not sure of his stats, but he had a lot of rushing yards Thursday in the 9th grade game. But he's going to be special now. I'll venture to say that everybody in Metro is going to know Cam Bland's name before he graduates from Lambert. I'll go out on a limb and say that. He's got a bright future ahead of him. He is again, man. Offensive line just going to work. Again, a lot of times now I like to just line up and see if they want to play football.
Sure.
Work the clock, keep the defense off the field, and, you know, just bloody them up, man. Run the football right at them. People don't like that nowadays. And that's something that we couldn't do last year, and we invested in it. Here's Ryan kicking
another great field goal by him.
I think it's a 32-yarder.
32-yarder, yep.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. We feel really good with Ryan from 45 in.
Coach,
really
with 6 minutes and 18 seconds to play in the game, we go up 31-7.
Yeah, I thought it was very, very important that we, I didn't put the two offense in right here. I think there's like, how much time did you say was left?
Well, we got the ball back here. It's about 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah,
to play,
about 4 or 5. Yeah. I wanted, I think it's very important that we keep building our quarterbacks, and I wanted Levi to get in the game with the first offensive line, and here he's just running our quarterback read option game, and
a couple of really back-to-back productive runs
for sure. He's reading the interior defensive lineman, and if he don't do right, he keeps it. If he does do right, he gives it running back. So great job running the offense, and here he is, same play that he's been running on, and D lineman plays it a little bit different. And Levi reads it out and leaves the ball to ET, and ET makes him pay the price. Good run out of ET. 2 sophomores.
That's right.
Going to be phenomenal football players.
ET ran the ball well last night too.
He did for sure. Well, that'll finish up the highlights. And
yeah, Coach, at the end of the game, final score was 38-7, and on the road again at Meadowcreek. And when you go on the road, you never know.
Yeah, you never know how your team's going to respond. Bus trip over, it wasn't but 19 miles over there, but I think it took us 45, 50 minutes to get there. The dressing room was kind of very tiny, a long ways away from the stadium. So you just never know. The sun.
Field was tiny. The sun was, couldn't even see, really.
So it was just, unsure. Unsure.
Coach, I think a lot of it goes back to your one Lambert and how you guys prepare and what you do during the week and your practices. And I've had the fortune of being out there on several occasions and watch you guys practice, and you guys strap it on and get after it.
Yeah, that's we probably practice a lot different than most people in the state of Georgia, but that's just who I am. That's how I learned how to do it. I referenced Coach McPherson early, and that's what he taught me, and that's what I believe in, that if you want to play physical, you got to practice physical. I think all of our coaches and our players have vouched for this. We don't practice long, but we practice fast and we practice physical. That's just the culture I want to be about. I mean, on Friday nights, you want to play fast, you want to play physical, you got to practice like that.
No, I'm saying you ready.
Square it up. 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 Pull that back some. Square this up. Get the freaking board set up. All right, now scoot that up to it. Put the boards in front of it. Get ready for pass forward. We're going 900,000 miles an hour. Boom, 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 boom. Offensive line and tight end. Everybody's down and in the
with me?
Bob, protect the inside. Good. Protect the inside. Run it.
Yep. Rotate.
Next man ready to go. Next guard. Rush down. Inside. Protect the inside, Daniel. Inside.
I'm gonna throw it up and they're gonna challenge you for it. Here we go.
Go.
Get the ball. Get up all the way. Get up all the way.
Close it all. Say go! Go! Downhill. Hit it. There you go. Downhill. Dog! Say go! Say something and quit being selfish! Go! We're going straight to gap. Get it set up for gap. Now! Say go! Get off the ball!
Yeah! Hit with your elbow! I know it ain't natural. You gotta make yourself do it.
This is how you practice the day before a game.
The kids love it, man. They love it. They embrace it.
Well, they've obviously bought in, Coach, and year two. And I was talking to Dawson Miller the other day, and he was telling me that how the team is just so gelled, and they know what they're doing now on defense, and they trust each other, and what a difference year two has made.
Yeah, it has for sure. You know, on not only just defense but offensively, everybody. You know, the expectations that I have for the players, for the coaches, for everybody involved is, you know, honestly, our goal for all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams, is we want to be machine-like efficiency. And I mean, it's seamless, man. We got great support from the community. Dr. Davison and Coach Ferreira, man, they help us in any way they can and do anything they can for us. So I think we got a great situation there. You know, you look at it. We played 3 weeks ago. We played Fulton County.
Yes, thinking about that this
morning. We sent them back home. Last week we played Cobb County. We went over to Cobb County and took care of business in Cobb County. Up this week was Gwinnett County. We took care of business there. So, you know, we're building it, man, brick by brick, step by step, and you know, it's coming a day where we'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime. I guarantee you that.
Coach, speaking of Gwinnett County, this coming Friday night, homecoming at Lambert High School. We'll take on the Duluth Wildcats, and looking forward to a great crowd and a lot of alumni coming back to support the Longhorns.
Yeah, I'm for one. I'm glad to be back home, man. We've been on the road 2 weeks, and the JV's been on the road the last 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to homecoming. Homecoming, special time of the year, man. There's going to be hopefully a big crowd that shows up that comes back for homecoming, and we're just super excited about all the festivities this week leading up to it. You know, all the contests and
Spirit Week,
and man, it's going to be fun. Lambert, the people at Lambert, they make the student body, man. They make it so fun for these guys, and you know, last year was kind of different with pandemic and COVID, but I can't wait to see what this week entitles for homecoming week, you know, the themes and things, and just super excited, man. I know our kids will be wound up. I know this, our kids feed off of our crowds, and we need everybody we can get in them stands there.
And we're going to be at home a lot. We won't go on the road for 5 more weeks, as you said. So Friday night homecoming, Dr. Davison will crown a new king and a queen. And with all the festivities of the week, it's going to be a really fabulous week at Lambert High School.
It is, man. Again, super excited. You know, I want to give a shout-out to our program, man. Our goal was to go 23-0 this year, and we're 7-0. The varsity's 3-0, the JV's 2-0, the ninth grade's 2-0. You know, we're on our way, and I'm just super excited at where the program's at, man. You know, I don't know what the next how many ever weeks we get to play hold, but up to this point, I could not be more pleased as the head football coach of Lambert High School of our program and our kids and our coaches.
As a reminder, in 2 weeks will be our first region game, and we'll be at home against the South Forsyth High School. And that game was on a Thursday night, not a Friday night, Coach. It's your Thursday night, the weekend before fall break. We appreciate you joining us today. For Coach Watson, I'm Doug Dershimer. You've been watching the Tommy Watson Show. Coach, take us out.
Wake up, go to sleep, hook 'em horns.
You can catch us on Twitter at the Tommy Watson Show or at the WAO Show, and you can catch us there every Sunday morning. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Everybody, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.